After the groundbreaking innovations brought to the table with Infinity Ward's 2007 platinum hit Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Treyarch, who had previously made COD 3, a game with not quite favorable reviews, was tasked with making a follow-up game. Treyarch decided to give the World War II setting one last shot, with Call of Duty World at War. Today, I'll be doing a short review of each mode in the game and giving it a final rating at the end. Starting naturally with the campaign. Wait. Never mind, my ass the campaign. Let's start the main menu. Immediately upon booting the game, you get some creepy-ass, operatic-sounding music clashing with the sounds of war, followed by the main menu's theme, which begins with a nerve-tingling bowstring thing, whatever the hell, I don't know what it is, and descends into German singing, translating to, good soldier, die with me, die with me, die with me. So clearly there's a different tone here compared to any previous Call of Duty. This will be a side point that I provide during this interview, so yeah, what the hell, we're not even at the campaign yet. Now onto the campaign. From the bits I've played of COD 2, 3, and Big Red 1, this game has a much different approach to the setting. The previous World War II games touched on the brutality of war, but this game full-on embraces it. Nowhere is this more evident than the Russian side of the campaign. As the American side, it's told as more of a generic action-adventure war story type deal. In the first Russian mission of the game, you're in the middle of the Battle of Stalingrad, laying atop a pile of Russian corpses as the German army flushes out the survivors. Giving no more spoilers, this mission sets a motivation and tone for the Russian side, and it's widely regarded as the best mission in the game, next to Their Land, Their Blood, Little Resistance, and Heart of the Reich. In terms of sheer gameplay, I feel that it's about in the middle in all the COD games, considering the grenade spam and harder difficulties, and those goddamn bonsai chargers that make me want to cover my Xbox in gasoline and light it on fire. Are you kidding me? However, there are quite a few highs, and while I'm not the biggest fan of the feel that the World War II guns put out, I think the gameplay was mostly solid. I'll also make a quick mention to the ray gun Easter egg, mostly because I feel it contractually obligated to do so. So yeah, you can get the ray gun in the campaign, and that's pretty cool. And I also want to point out that there's a co-op campaign, however I have not played it, so I couldn't tell you how good or bad it is, so I'm just gonna gloss past that. So imagine you've completed the campaign, planted the Soviet flag, and done your duty. The credits roll, and then this happens. Yes, I know every single video that covers Call of Duty Zombies uses this exact setup, but I think in this case it's important to establish the way that this mode was introduced. The people who beat the campaign near launch without any information about what the hell a Zombies mode is were completely caught off guard with an experience that was barely documented leading up to the game's release. The mystery surrounding what exactly was happening added to the initial fear factor of the mode, in my opinion. In this version of the Zombies mode, the focus wasn't on Easter eggs, bosses, or getting magical wonder weapons. It was about survival. The combat slotting, zombie dodging training strategy used in the games as early as the 4th map wasn't established yet, and you were holding out in a corner on the earlier maps rather than running around in circles while the zombies were helpless to even touch you. With the main strategy being camping, you felt like you could die at any minute, and the zombies felt almost real. To put it simply, World War Zombies just isn't the same game mode as BO3 Zombies. Their philosophies are incredibly different, although I like them both. Side tangent over, this iteration of the mode, in its simplicity, has more replayability than you might expect. Though Nocturne Totem only has 3 rooms, a handful of guns in the mystery box, and 1 wonder weapon, high rounding is an entertaining experience. The gritty, war-torn environments and the drab guns increase the horror factor, making this whole experience feel like a saw trap. World at War's map packs established key features of the Zombies game mode over time. Varuk gave us perks, Shino Numa provided dogs, and Darius brought Pack-a-Punch to the table. Now I'm not very good at putting gameplay experience into words, so I won't. One of the most common downsides of World at War Zombies, and the game in general, are the bugs. Zombies sort of stick to you, and trying to knife one of them is a risk worse than fighting a testosterone gorilla. The most famous glitch is on Darius, where if you shock yourself with a Wonder Waff, you lose Juggernaut for the rest of the game, making high rounds with it a risk worse than fighting 7 testosterone gorillas. The maps themselves, while not my favorite, are designed very well. My favorite of them is definitely Darius, which is a very common opinion in the community. However, I feel I enjoy Varuk more than most people do. In terms of multiplayer, this is the weakest part of the game for me. The guns feel authentic, but the MP40 being incredibly overpowered ruins just about all the other weapons, in my opinion. Although I love myself a good PPSH every once in a while. And the maps, I'm gonna be honest, I prefer almost any Black Ops 2 map over a lot of the maps here. I like Mockin, Cliffside, Hangar, and Courtyard, but everything else is decent at best, but dog shit at worst. And I think that's all. I wish there was more variety in the secondaries, but considering everything I've just mentioned, I believe this game is slightly better than COD 4. I like the multiplayer in Modern Warfare a lot more than here, and I think the campaign is a close-ish matchup, but Zombies takes the edge here. I'd also like to adjust my score of COD 4 to 6 out of 10, putting this game at a COD scale of 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching.